Now, my next question would be how to prepare for CA final exams along with articleship, and how to proceed when you flunk in exams, and how to boost up the morale.
What the students often say about the chartered accountancy exams, it is voluminous, never ending. It is vast. It is very comprehensive. It is very hard. Yes, it is so. And you must realize, you must feel it, you must keep in your mind. And these facts should keep you moving towards working harder, harder and harder. These thoughts would enable you to enhance your commitment level to the efforts that you put in, to the objectives that you intend to achieve. Often you talk to students and they would say that they worked very hard, but still they failed. And some of the parents or the students saying that they work 18 hours, 16 hours a day, entire period, but still they failed. What is this exam? Some of them would say, look, so and so, his friend who was very casual, he passed the exams, but my son or me couldn't, despite putting so much effort. Someone would say that, look, we did in the exams whatever was mentioned in the study paper or study material or study papers. That despite we lost the exam. Institute deliberately fails, keeps the pass percentage margin lower. And even if the student is passing, they deliberately fail it. All these things comes to the fore. But all these have explanation and an answer. And answer is ignore these, work hard, work hard, work hard. And I come back to my basic message. Plan, prepare. Plan for the exam, not plan for studying. Your motto twofold, passing CA exam, then becoming CA. Now passing CA exam means that you must study. You must study for passing CA exam. Not that you are 18 hours sitting from morning to the evening. You are reading your book, God knows what you are reading. What is the level of concentration that you have? What quality of your thought process? What quality of your reading is going into your study preparation? So the question is the planning. Plan your study. You have 8 papers. Plan all the papers. Create mastery over all the papers. Divide your study into 3 parts. First stage, familiarize with the subjects. Some of you must be commerce graduates or they must have commerce as a background, so you have some kind of familiarity with the subjects. The others, the science graduates or from other disciplines, first familiarize with the subjects. So the first stage, you must familiarize with your study material, study all your subjects from beginning to the end. And that you need to decide as to what is your reading habit, what is your reading speed. And this should be faster. So next time, when you read those study material, then you are able to tell to the study material that, look, I know you, and study material is also able to tell you, I also know you well. Do you create friends straight away? No. You first familiarize yourself and then increase the intimacy, closeness, friendship. So the second stage comes the mastery. Then you master the subject. Practice, practice, and practice. Solve the problems as many times as you can. If you are not able to understand the concept, create conceptual understanding. Remember, creating conceptual understanding is more important than the cramming. As a professional, you need to understand the concept, not the textbook, not the frame the textbook. So analytical understanding is important, and practice as much as possible. Some of the problems you attempt, you are not able to solve. You again attempt, you are still not able to understand fully. Then you attempt third time, fourth time. But till you are able to understand, keep on practicing, practicing, and practicing. And some of the problems you may be able to do in a first shot, so that should be good enough for you. To create mastery, create conceptual understanding, the analytical ability, and also very important is your ability to present. You are studying to pass the exams. You are not studying for the sake of studying. You are doing chartered accountancy with the objective, with a motive, not to show to your family or to your society that you are doing a chartered account. You are a chartered accountancy student. Is that your objective? Certainly not. If that being not the objective, your study should be for a purpose, and that purpose is exam. So you must understand, must read, must create mastery in the manner that you are able to understand, and in the exam, you are able to recollect, recall your memory, and you are able to present in the exam in the manner the examiner wants you to present, not in the manner what you like to say. I was appearing into an interview in one of the largest media channel, one of the most popular media channel, on the budget. I had another distinguished panelist. So the anchor asked some questions to him. He responded something differently. And this happened once, twice, thrice. So after that interview was over, I came out and asked that distinguished panelist, who was otherwise also my friend. I said, look, they were asking question on A and you are responding on B. He said, look, Ashok, it doesn't matter what he was asking. What was important me, what I wanted to tell, what I knew and what I wanted to tell. But this doesn't apply in exams. You can make, he was thinking possibly he has made the audience fool, but certainly he has not. And if you try to attempt that, you cannot escape, and you will see the inevitable in your results. So you should create that ability to create and present. And then, so you create mastery on all the subjects and also go through the entire subject, all the subject, and in that subject, all the topics. You can't say that, okay, 6 I have done thoroughly, 2, okay, fine. If comes, I get 40 marks. That is not enough. You never know which question paper would be hard for you to respond in the exam, which can pull your legs down and which can come to your rescue. So don't leave any subject to the chance. Don't leave any topics to the chance. You can certainly, I would believe, do ABC analysis. But the ABC analysis should be done in a manner that despite the difficulties of the questions or paper, you are able to score between 50 to 60 marks. Most difficult paper you should be able to achieve around 60%, 56. If you are aspiring for a rank, at least between 60 to 70%. Now these days with objective type questions, I would believe you need to understand your subject comprehensively and in totality. The papers are structured not to fail you. At times you say the institutes, deliberately fails the student. These are misgivings, misnomer. You often hear among your friends. Now, is that a fact? My basic response is the paper is not structured that I need to fail Keshav Gupta. I need to prepare a paper in such a manner that Keshav Gupta should not pass. It isn't. It is for all the students in generality, and you are one among them. And generally, world over, for all exams, cardinal principle is that an average student should be able to score pass marks. In this case, 50 marks. So the papers are structured accordingly, but not necessarily always. So do all subjects, do all the topics, prepare notes. In exam, you have only 3 hours, and there is a few hours before 2 exams. Detailed notes, 2 notes. I often prefer 2 notes, detailed notes and the short notes. Short notes which enable you to revise the entire subject within few hours. Just glance through those and you are glanced through the subject. A detailed one, when you are able to go into the depth, some level of depth of that topic, of that subject. So that's also, model exam is very important. Do you know the difference between the students who walk in the examination hall very smiley and they would chat around, they would reach half an hour before, they would chat around and they would, talk about pictures, cinemas, everything else other than the exams. There were other students who would reach nick in the time or even 10 minutes later and with the sense of fear and anxiety, God knows where their hairs are, where their clothes are and where their tool kits is. What is the difference? The difference is the model exams. Do model exams for each subject twice, thrice. If you are able to do model exams, you are seasoned. You have become seasoned examiner, seasoned. Examining for that paper. You gain that confidence. What may come, you're able to respond. And that seasoned paper should be, that model exam should be in examination conditions. Don't take it is your home, it is your study room. You can switch on commentary and then you can switch off and then go and then say, okay, out of 3 hours, 10 minutes I was on TV, so I will take 3 hours, 10 minutes. No. Like in examination conditions, and try to finish that model exam well before 3 hours. My recommendation would be between 2 hours 15 minutes to 2 hours 45 minutes. Exams are unpredictable, and that is the quality of high quality examinations, that they should be unpredictable. To a great extent, it should be within the subject, but unpredictable. Now, at times you find detailed answers, at times you find brief answers, at times you find difficult, you need more time to think, more time to apply, more time to write. Now, that cushion would enable you. And you must master the art of writing within 3 hours, 2 hours 50 minutes, 2 hours 45 minutes. All the questions. At times I do not come across with any student who say I have attempted entire 100 questions. Believe me, if you have attended 100 questions, by properly understanding the questions, Nobody can fail you. But often the students come and tell that, look, they were not able to attend full exams. Somebody will say 80 marks, 90 marks, the questions were difficult, it was lengthy, I was not knowing, or if you are not knowing, you are not read the subject comprehensively. If it was lengthy, you do not know the art of writing. You do not know art of communicating. You do not know, you not understood the questions. You do not understand the requirement of the question. If a question carries 5 marks, the length should be accordingly. If the question carries 2 marks, the length should be accordingly. If the question asks you to differentiate, if the question asks you to define, then you need to define. You cannot get away with the answer while the question asks you to differentiate between A and B, and you define what A is and what B is. For a professional examiner, you are going to, I do not know, at the mercy of the examiner. Reproduce my then differentiate. It is not your graduation exam. They are not testing your knowledge alone. They are testing your concept, your ability to understand, your ability to apply, your ability to respond in a professional manner. That carries marks, not what you have read, what you have written. So this part of the examination is very, very important. And again, during the course of examinations, don't allow negativity to come near you. You might feel frustrated, you are not able to recollect, you feel that you have forgotten everything as if you have not studied at all. Have confidence in yourself. Everything, if you have read with concentration, quality reading, practice and practice, that knowledge resides with you. What you need to have only is the confidence, faith and trust in yourself. You would be able to recollect, you will be able to write. Now, question of 5 marks are defining any A and B, the length should be according. If you write 1 page each for the question which carry 5 marks, and the same question, if it carry 2 marks, you write 1 page each, you will get marks only out of 2, not out of 5. So, determine the length of the paper, length of your response, the quality of your response according to the questions, understand the questions. And if you do not have the time, you might be knowing the entire topic. You might write 20 pages, but you have only left with 5 minutes. Now you need to prioritize what is important, very important in that 20 page knowledge that you have. Prioritize that and write in those 5 minutes. Believe me, you might be able to score, more than what you would expect otherwise in that question. So the point is the planning, hard work in preparation, and also the planning, and also how do you apply yourself in the exams. I often say examination is more an art than a science. And for that matter, every curriculum is an art more than a science. There is a famous saying of Mr. Radhakrishnan, one of the past presidents of India. He said, it doesn't matter what kind of cards in the game you have been delivered. A good player can make good out of bad cards. He can still win. And a bad player might lose the game even if he is delivered with the good cards. So that would be my response to you, Keshav.